Hi guys, don't forget to subscribe my channel and like this video. Okay, enjoy!
This one, let's say it attached with one carbon. Okay, this one attached with one carbon, we call it as a methyl. How about when it attached with two carbon here? What we call it? Substituent. What we call the substituent? Methyl. Kalau if one carbon, if two carbon, we call it as ethyl. How about this one? When it attached with three carbon, we call it as
propane.
Yes, propyl. And then you also learn about the type of ni. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this one we call it as isopropyl, and then isobutyl, and another one is about like this one. Another one like this one. Okay, this one we call it as a sec-butyl. Okay, this is the common substituent that you will found. Okay, that you will see during the lecture of the organic chemistry. Okay, this is about the previous chapter. Okay, now we move to the introduction of this chapter. Alright, so first, the classification of hydrocarbon. As I said, the first three chapters will discuss about the hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon can be defined or can be classified into 1, 2, 3 types of classification, which is the first one is the aliphatic, where the aliphatic can be divided into a few compound, which is the alkane, alkene, and alkyne. The difference between alkene and alkyne based on the presence of double bond and triple bond. Okay, for the alkane only, you can find only the single bond. But for the alkene, you will discover the presence of C double bond C, okay, which is other double bond. And then for the triple bond, of course lah, the alkyne, you will find the presence of the C triple bond C. Okay, and then the second classification is the cycloalkane. Cycloalkane, which means all the compound are in the cyclic ring. Okay, the three rings, 4 rings, and 5 rings and so on. And then for the aromatic means that this compound based on the ring, also the ring compound, but with the double bond. Okay, with the double bond. Alright, now we move to the alkane. Alkane, as I said, this one is one of the aliphatic compound. Why we call it aliphatic? Because this compound just presents in the straight chain. Okay, presents in the straight chain like this one, ataupun kalau ini kita boleh buat dalam bentuk condense. Okay, CH3, CH2, CH2. This one we call it as a what? Ini dalam apa ni? In form of what? What is the name of this formation? Ni. What?
Skeletal.
Yes, skeletal. Okay, this one we call it as skeletal, and then this one is condensed structure. Okay, condensed structure. How about this one? C. Ni sama juga ni. This one, what we call it? In form
Expanded.
of what? Yes, expanded. Okay, expanded. So which means we can draw in 3 ways, either the expanded structure or condensed structure or skeletal structure. Okay, next is alkane. I have the formula CnH2n plus 2. CnH2n plus 2, where the N is number of carbon. Okay, number of carbon. So for example, like this one, kita ambil ni. Okay, so in this one we can get the formula of this compound C3H what? C3H
C3H8.
C3H8. Okay, 2n plus 2. Alright, and then next alkanes are saturated with hydrogen, which means all the carbon, okay, surrounded with the hydrogen only, okay, surrounded with the hydrogen only. For example, like this one, okay, if you can see from the expanded structure, all the carbon surrounded with the hydrogen only, which means bonded with the hydrogen only. And then the next one is the alkane, okay, which as I said is a compound that only present in C single bond C, okay, cuma ada C single bond C, okay. So this is another a few example. Okay, this is a few example of the alkene compound. Excuse me, boleh siapa yang itu ni? Sekejap boleh ke unmute? Okay. Alright. Okay, boleh dengar? Boleh dengar? Balik, boleh dengar?
Boleh, sir.
Boleh.
Okay, alright. Sila proposing. So this is a few example of the alkanes: methane, ethane, and propane. Okay, so this is the when we draw or when we write using the structure or the formula, and then this one is the expanded structure. This one we call it as a condensed, and then when we draw in the skeletal for the propane, we just can get like this one. Okay, this one. So which means dekat sini, okay, in this structure you just have 1 carbon, 2 carbon, and 3 carbon. Okay, and then for the cycloalkane is a compound that having a carbon atoms that form a ring. Okay, a ring. That's why we call it as a cyclic compound.
Sir, tak dengar suara.
Sir. Ya.
Okay, boleh dengar, boleh nampak? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, alright. So the second one about the cycloalkanes is about the cycloalkane having the formula CnH2 and CnH2n. Okay, so the difference between cycloalkanes and alkanes. So for the alkanes, okay, for the alkane is CnH2n plus 2. For the cycloalkane only CnH2n. Okay, so the plus 2 is disappear for the cycloalkanes. And then this cycloalkane shows as a regular polygon. Okay, regular polygon. So which means this structure for the cycloalkane maybe can form in the formation of ring of 3 carbon, ring of 4 carbon, ring of 5 carbon, and so on. Okay, so which means when we draw in the skeletal structure, you can draw like this one. Okay, without showing the hydrogen. Okay, bonding of carbon with hydrogen. You just show the formation of carbon and carbon. Okay, this one 1, 2, 3 carbon, and then this one is having a 4 carbon, and so on. All right. Okay, so now we move to the nomenclature of alkane. How we can name the compound. Okay, so there are few guides. Okay, there are few guides then that you need to follow to naming the compound. Okay, so before that you need to know to naming the compound, the alkane compound. So you can naming the alkane compound based on the prefix plus ane ujung dia at the end of the compound, the naming. Okay, so you must know the prefix first, and then you just add the a in e. Okay, a and e at the end of the name. For example, like this one, when for the carbon one, only one carbon. Okay, for the compound which have one carbon, the prefix name is met, and then since this is a alkane, you just add at the end of the name as a and e. So that's why we call it as a methane. Okay, compound with two carbon, the prefix name is eth, head. Okay, and then for the alkane, you just simply add the a and e, so which means we can call the name of this compound is ethane. Okay, for the 3 carbon, propane, the 4 carbon, butane, pentane, hexane, and so on lah. So this is the basic name of the alkane: methane, ethane, propane, butane, pentane, hexane, and heptane. Okay, so far so good. Understand? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right, nice. Okay, next is all right. So itu that one is this one. Okay, this one is about the parent chain, how to name the compound or parent name. Okay, this is how to name the substituent. Okay, let's say we having this one. Okay, this is butane because I have 4 carbon. And then let's say in the butane, they have another carbon here attached as a branch. Okay, so this one we call it as a substituent. Okay, substituent. How to name the substituent? Let's say this one is let's say this is the substituent with 1 carbon. So in 1 carbon, the original name is methane, right? So to name it, the substituent, you just change a and e into YL, so which means we can name the substituent as methyl. Okay, so just change a and e into YL. Okay, for example, like this one. Okay, so substituent with 1 carbon, we call it as methyl. Substituent with 2 carbon, we call it as ethyl. And then this one, 3 carbon, propyl. And then for this one, isopropyl. Okay, for isopropyl, you can draw the isopropyl substituent like this one: CH2, CH3, and then CH3. Or if you want to draw into the skeletal structure like this one, macam kira macam piece lah, like piece. Okay, you can piece. Okay. Alright, and then this one substituent isopropyl and so on lah, similar with the previous slide that I share with you guys. Okay, so this one another substituent. Okay, butyl, isobutyl. Okay, isobutyl which mean sama juga like tanduk. Okay, but with 4 carbon. And then this butyl, okay, if you want to draw in the skeletal structure, you can draw like this one. Okay, this one. So ini adalah dia punya isobutyl. Why it called the butyl? Okay, since this structure or this substituent having the 4 carbon, so which means we can name it from butane to butyl. And then how the sec is arise from this compound, okay, because the structure, okay, because the main compound here attached at the secondary at the second compound, at the second carbon here, the first carbon, second carbon. So that's why we call it as a butyl. Okay, because the main structure here attached at the second carbon of the substituent. And then this one, the third butyl, or for the third butyl, we can draw into the skeletal structure like this one. Okay, this one I call it as a chicken feet. Okay, chicken feet. Apa maksudnya chicken feet? Yes, Ikhwan Rushaidi. Use your rest hand, your ada apa-apa? Ikhwan Rushaidi, is there any problem?
Dia tertekan.
You rest your hand. Tapi saya tidak dapat nampak kamu punya chatting. Sorry, saya tidak nampak kamu punya chatting. Ada problem. Jadi kalau ada pertanyaan boleh suarakan Tidak nampak kamu punya chatting. Alright, we move. Okay, so this is how to naming the alkane. First is you must determine the number of carbon. Determine number of carbon to determine the number of parent chain. Okay. So for example, like this one. Okay, when you when you get the compound here, first thing is you need to determine the number of compound, the longest chain. Okay, for example, like this one, the longest chain is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, 5 and 6. So which mean for the 6 carbon, what is the prefix name for or the name of the compound with the 6 carbon? What is the name of compound with the 6 carbon? Anyone? 6 carbon.
Hex.
Yes, itu dia punya. This one is hex. Okay, which is this is the prefix name. So to name it as a alkane compound, you just add with the A and E. So the compound we call it is hexane. Okay, hexane. And then how about this one? How many carbons? 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons. So which means we can name it as a
butane.
yes, as a butane. Yes, nice. Okay, as a butane. And then how about this one? How many carbon?
Pen. Pen.
How many carbon? 5 carbon. Okay, 5 carbon. 3, 4, 5 carbon. So which means we can name it as a pentane. Okay, we can name it as a pentane. Alright, and then how about this one? What is the total carbon? Okay, the longest chain.
8 carbon.
How many?
8. 8.
8 carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So which means we can name it as a octane. Okay, octane. We can name it as an octane. Alright. Okay. Now we move to the second rule or guides. Okay, compound with substituent. Okay, if there are presence of substituent, you must choose the longest possible continuous change. Okay, continuous chain. For example, like this one. And then another rules, the number chain the chain so that the substituent gets the lowest number possible. Okay, number the chain, the longest chain, and then mass numbering based on the lowest possible number of substituent. For example, like this one. Okay, this one. Okay, if you can see here, okay, you can number the compound. Okay, number the compound or get the longest chain if you start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, if you get this compound, maybe you can try an error to find what is the longest chain. Maybe you can try maybe you can try another way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lepas tu ke bawah 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alright, so between 7 and 8, which one I will choose to be as a longest chain?
8.
8, right? 8 carbon. So which means this one will be the parent chain. Okay, will be the parent chain, so that we can name it as a what? We can name it as a compound. Name of the compound with the 8.
Octane.
Octane, yes, octane. Okay, octane. Alright, octane. And then the other compound, okay, this one will be as a substituent. okay, will be as a substituent. Okay, then this substituent contain 3 carbon. So 3 carbon in 3 carbon. So which mean kalau 3 carbon dia punya substituent, we call it as a we call it as a propyl, right? Okay, propyl, because have a 3 carbon, and then this substituent attached at the carbon number 4 here, carbon number 4. So then we can name it the compound as a 4-propyl octane. Okay, 4-propyl octane. Okay, for example like this, another example here. First of all, must determine the longest chain. So which means we can try and error. Maybe we can try this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 7 and 8. And then maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 8. The longest chain is 8. So which means we can name it as an octane. Okay, octane. And then if you follow the rules of 2A, it said that you must number the chain, the longest chain, with the lowest number of substituent. Let's say I change this one. I try start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. If you can see here, if I follow the red one, okay, if I follow the red one, the substituent attached at carbon number 3 and carbon number 5. So which means the total number of the substituent is 8. But if I start or if I follow the green one, the substituent will be on the carbon number 4 and carbon number 6. So which means you get 10. Okay, based on these rules, which one I will choose, the red one or the green one? Which one I will follow, the red one or the green one?
Red.
Red one.
Yes, the red one, because it gives the lowest number of substituent here. Okay, the lowest number of the location of substituent, which is 8. So which means we follow the red one. So then baru kita can name the compound. Okay, so which means the name of the compound is, okay, then we need to identify the substituent that presents in this compound. Okay, so this one we call it as methyl, and then this one is ethyl. Alright, so the next rule is, if you want to write down the substituent, you must arrange the substituent alphabetically. Okay, alphabetically. So which means between methyl and ethyl, which one I will write down first?
Ethyl.
Ethyl. Okay, ethyl. So then we can name it as a 5-ethyl 6-methyl octane. So this is how to name the compound. Alright, next, another example like this one. So first of all, as usual, you need to find the longest chain of carbon here. Okay, find the longest chain of carbon. For example, here, this one, maybe you need to try error. Okay, try all the possible way. Okay, why don't I try this one? 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ataupun ke atas pun sama juga 5. So which mean the longest chain is 5. Okay, the longest chain is 5. Alright. Next, what you want to do? Okay, what you need to do is what? After find the longest chain, and then the next is you need to find the direction which gives the lowest number of total substituent. Okay, if I follow the red one, the substituent attached at 3 and 4. But if I follow the green one, 1, 2, the other way. Okay, the other way. 4, and 5, the substituent are attached at carbon number 2 and carbon number 3. So which means which one I should follow? The red one or the green one?
Green one.
Alright, the green one. So which means the parent name, we call it as a what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbon. The parent name for 5 carbon. Parent name for 5 carbon is?
Pentane.
Alright, pentane. Okay, the name of the parent carbon is pentane. And then since the substituent that attached into the pentane is 2, okay, methyl, we just simply name the compound as 2,3-dimethyl pentane. Okay, 2,3-dimethyl pentane, which means the methyl attached at carbon number 2 and carbon number 3. And then why I put di here? Di is a prefix. It's a prefix name whenever there are two similar substituents. Okay, two similar substituents that attach to the parent chain. So which means in this compound there are two types. There are 2 methyl. So that's why I put di. It means there are 2 methyl substituent. Kalau ada 3, if there are 3 similar substituent, you need to put tri-methyl. Tri. For if there are 4, we can name it as tetra. Okay, di-tri-tetra. Okay, ini 3, this one 4 similar substituent. Alright, next this one. Okay, what is the longest chain of carbon that you can calculate from this compound? What is the longest chain? What is the longest chain? Okay, what is the longest chain? 7. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Itu je 7. 5 and 6 and 7. Okay, 7 carbon. Okay, 7. So which means we can name the compound as what? 7 carbon.
Heptane.
Alright, heptane. And then how about the direction? Is it from the one or the up or from the bottom? Okay, what if we try from the bottom? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7. If we try from the bottom, the total number of the substituent, okay, the substituent attached at carbon number 2 plus carbon number 3. If we follow from the up direction, okay, the substituent attached at carbon number 5 and carbon number 6. So which one will give the lowest number? The green one. Okay, so which means we need to follow from the bottom. Okay, here. So the name of this compound, since the substituent that attached into the parent chain is methyl, okay, 2 methyl. So which means we need to add what? We need to add what?
Di.
Yes, di. So we can name it as 2,3-dimethyl heptane. Okay, so which means the methyl attached at carbon number 2 and carbon number 3, and di means that there are 2 methyls as a substituent. Is it okay? Correct? Is it understand? Do you understand about this one? Okay.
Yes.
Is it okay?
Yes.
Alright, simple guys. Alright. Next, we move to another rules. Okay. When both directions lead to the same lowest number of substituent, the direction is choose that give the lowest possible number of the remaining substituent. Okay. And then another rules is if the same number obtained is both direction, the first group in alphabetical order receive the lowest number. Pening kan kalau kamu baca the statement. Kita terus direct tengok dia punya example here. Alright, this one. Okay. First of all, as usual lah, you need to find the longest chain of the carbon. So the longest chain for this carbon is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5. So which means we can name it as a one. We have 10. What we can name it as a pentane. Okay, pentane. And then how about the substituent? Okay, the substituent, if I try the direction from the right side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so since, if you can see here, both direction, the first substituent are attached as carbon number 2, sama jugalah. If I try from the right side, carbon number 2 also. So which means we need to calculate all the we need to calculate the substituent. Okay, the position of substituent, which is the lowest number, will give the direction that we need to follow. For example, if I follow the green one, okay, the green one, which means it will give 2 plus 2 plus 4. Where I get this 2 plus 2, because 2 substituent attached at carbon number 2. This one 2, and this one also 2, and then this one attached carbon number 4. And then if I follow the red one, okay, the substituent attached at carbon number 2, and then carbon number 4 and carbon number 4. So if you total up, the green one will give the lowest number of substituent, which is 8. So which means we need to follow the green one from the left side. Then we can name the compound as, since the substituent attached is only methyl, and then there are 3 methyls. So which means we need to add what? If 3 methyls. What?
Trimethyl.
Yes, tri. So which means we can name it as a 2,2,4 trimethyl and 10. Okay, alright. Okay, so this one ini tiada, ini betul. Okay, 2,2,4 trimethyl pentane. How about this one? What is the longest chain of this carbon? Okay, the longest chain of this carbon, maybe we can try this one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, kalau kita ke bawah pun 6, 7, same. Okay, 7. So the longest chain is 7. So we can name it as 7 is heptane. Okay, heptane. And then for the direction of the substituent, maybe we can start from the left or the right. If right, 1, 2, 3, or 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, and 7. So which means, okay, so which one I should follow, the green one or the yellow one? Okay, the green one or the yellow one? The green one or the red one? Green or red? The green one, the red one. Okay, the red one, because the red one will give the lowest number, 3 plus 3 plus 5. Okay, kalau if you follow the green one, 3 plus 5 plus 5. Okay, so which means we need to follow the red one. Okay, and then if you can see the substituent that attached to the parent chain is methyl, and then this one we call it as ethyl. Okay, so between methyl and ethyl, which one we will write down first? Between ethyl or methyl, which one will
Ethyl.
Yes, ethyl. Okay, ethyl, because we need to follow the alphabetical order. Alright, so which means the name of this compound is 3-ethyl, and then 3, 5-dimethyl. Okay, so if you can see from this name, okay, ethyl start from E, and then if you can see from the dimethyl, it start from di. Why I'm not taking account, okay, not why I'm not count this one as the first letter, okay, between E or D. Of course lah, D dulu kan, okay, of course D first, and then so which mean in logically, okay, we need to put the dimethyl first. However, okay, for the rules, we cannot count the prefix name. Okay, we cannot count the prefix name. So which mean for di, tri, tetra or sec, we cannot count it. We cannot count it as in alphabetical rules. Okay, we cannot count as a alphabetical rule. So which mean for this one we need to start with the methyl M here. That's why I put ethyl and dimethyl last. All right. Is it okay? Understand about this one? How to name this one?
Yes.
Okay, nice. Please mute. Sorry, please mute. Siapa-siapa yang berbunyi tu? Okay, sorry. Thank you. Okay, thank you. And then next here. Okay, for the next example, we follow the four rules. Okay, since if we count the longest chain is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 5, 6. And then if we follow the another direction, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, settle. Okay, and then next, if you can see here, both substituent are attached at carbon number 3 and 4. Same with another direction, carbon 3 and carbon number 4. So similar, same at both directions. So how we name it? Okay, how we name it? We need to follow the fourth rules. Okay, we need to follow the fourth rules. Okay, it said that if the same number is of 10 in both directions, the first group in alphabetical order receive the lowest number. So which means we need to follow the alphabetical rules. Okay, if you can see here, the substituent that attached in the parent name is parent chain is this one, methyl, and this one is ethyl. So between methyl and ethyl, we need to follow what first? Ethyl or methyl? We need to follow which one first?
Ethyl.
Ethyl, all right, ethyl. So which means the name of this compound is 3-ethyl, 4-methyl, and 6 is hexane. Okay, 3-ethyl, 4-methyl hexane. So which means we need to follow in this one direction, this direction first, because the priority based on the alphabetical order. So for this case, okay, and then this one. So how to name this compound? Okay, what is the name of this compound? What is the name of this compound?
Octane.
Octane. Okay, octane. All right, octane. And then how about the substituent? How about the substituent? Apa sih tidak nampak kamu punya chat lah?
4-ethyl, 5-methyl.
4-ethyl, 5-methyl. Okay, 4-ethyl, 5-methyl. So which mean we need to arrange the number from this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Because if we follow the left direction, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, which means both direction will give 4 and 5. However, by following the fourth rules here, so we need to follow the alphabetical order. So which means we can name the compound as a 4 ethyl, 5 methyl, cis octane. Sorry, octane. This one, name of the compound. Alright, is it okay? Understand about these rules?
Okay. Understand.
Paham.
Yeah. Alright. Okay. Next, we move to another rules. Okay. In the case of two hydrocarbon chains with the same number of carbon, choose the one with the most substituent. Okay, choose the one with the most substituent. For example, like this one. Okay, if we count the longest chain, okay, we start from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, and 6 here. But if we follow the another rules, okay, another direction, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so both direction give 6 carbon, which is the longest chain. Okay, best follow the by following the rules of number 5. So which one I should follow, the green one or the red one? The green one or the red one?
Red.
Red.
The red one. Okay, the red one. Okay, let's see. So in the case of two hydrocarbon chains with the same number of carbon, choose the one with the most substituent. Paling banyak substituent, itulah yang kita akan pilih. So if we follow the red one, the number of substituent only this one, only one substituent. Okay, only one substituent. However, if we follow the green one, the substituent that attached to the green one, 1, 2. So which means we need to follow the green one. Okay, because it attached with 2 substituent. Okay, attached 2 substituent instead of the 1 substituent. That's why this is dia punya, itu adalah dia punya what we call it parent chain. Okay, so which means 6 hexane. Okay, so which means dia punya nama hexane. Okay, so ini kita, this one, this is the name of this compound, 3-ethyl 2-methyl hexane. It means that at carbon number 1, 2, 3, sorry, carbon number, apa nama balik sini, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, at carbon number 3 we have ethyl, and carbon number 2 we have methyl. That's why we call it as a ethyl methyl hexane. So if you name it as a 3-isopropyl, you are wrong. Okay, because this one only have 1 substituent instead of this one only have having 2 substituent, having 2 substituent. Okay, so this one, how about this one? How about this one? Let's say we follow the rules of this one. We follow the straight chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Itu the first, that one is the first possible. How about this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, both direction give 7 carbon. Okay, between green or red, which one will be the parent chain? Between green or red, which one will be the parent chain? Ibu kepada itu dia punya family. The green or the red one?
Green.
Okay, the green. Yes, nice. Okay, the green one, because if we follow the green one, there are 1, 2, 3, and 4 substituent that attach to the parent chain. Instead of this one, instead of the red one, only 1, 2, and 3. That's why we need to follow the green one. And then baru kita bagi nama dia as a, this one sini betul lah, heptane. Okay, because 7. And then at carbon number 3, there are carbon number 3 and 5, 3, 3, 5 ada methyl. And then this one is propyl. This one is propyl, ini adalah methyl. Okay, this one is methyl. So we can name it as a which one first? I need to write down methyl or propyl.
Methyl.
Okay, methyl. So which means I can name it as a 3, 3, 5 trimethyl, and then 4 propyl heptane. Okay, is it okay? Understand about these rules?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you understand, that's good. Okay, that's good. Right, 3, 3, 5 trimethyl, 4 propyl betul. Okay. Okay, in this one sama juga as I said lah. Okay, as I said, notice the substituent are in alphabetical order. Di, tri do not participate in the alphabetical order. Okay, because this one is the prefix, only a prefix name. So for the prefix name, we cannot count it in the alphabetical order. Okay, in alphabetical order. Okay, why don't you try this one? Okay. Okay, why don't you try this one? What is the name of this compound? Yeah, what is the name of this compound? Try. You guys can try. Okay, so what is the name of this compound? The name of this compound is
Doktor,
yes.
237 methyl octane.
Oh, baru nampak. Okay. 237. Apa tadi kamu cakap tadi? 23. Ini ada 237.
237 methyl octane.
Betul. Sikit lagi betul, tapi salah. Okay. Correct but not correct. Okay. Because of you forget to add the prefix name. Okay, so which means we try start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so since 8 carbon, octane. Okay, and then the carbon the substituent attached at carbon number 2, 3, and 7. So we can name it as 2, 3, 7 tri, because of they are 3 methyl substituent. So you need to add the prefix name tri. Okay, tri. You forgot about this one. So ini kira take note lah. Okay, take note. Alright. So that's how to name the alkane. Is it okay for the alkane compound? Is it okay? Everyone, is it okay?
Okay.
Okay.